They say champions are made in the early morning light, but what if I told you that victory could also be found in the comfort of your own bed? Picture this: a crisp dawn breaks, and while others lace up their shoes for a pre-dawn jog, I'm nestled under my covers, embracing the sweet embrace of sleep. You see, while the world rushes to greet the day, I'm busy recharging my batteries. Sleep isn't just rest, it's a powerhouse of rejuvenation, repairing tired muscles and sharpening mental acuity. It may sound counterintuitive, but trust me, sleeping in is a secret weapon. Sleep in and win. So we all know how important sleep is, yet I see and hear so many people sacrificing sleep in order to get more training done. Yes, life gets in the way and we need to find ways to train around work, family, friends. Do we have friends? But in this video, I would just like to highlight, first of all, some of the science around sleep and how we can take advantage of this. We'll call it the #1 performance enhancer you could possibly take. So what does the science say? So I've done a bit of research and I've listed 4 points which has pretty strong evidence around it. And the first one is probably the most important one, and that is sleep extension. So sleeping for a longer time is by far the most important and most effective sleep intervention in order to improve your performance. And for those people who love reading articles, this was a systematic review, which is a study of studies. So the evidence is pretty strong, and pretty much it's saying it's much better to sleep in, sleep for that 9-10 hours on a Sunday morning when you don't have anything, rather than try and wake up really early and take a nap somewhere later in the day. And the second thing I found is that one bad night of sleep isn't actually that bad for you. It's about the consistency over time. And we've all had those pre-race jitters. I've definitely experienced this where I have, a big night on the Saturday and the next morning, off 4 hours of sleep, fantastic. I had the best performance of my life. So consistency of sleep duration and quality is more important than one single night itself. And the third thing I found is the time of the day where you have the best performance is usually in the afternoon or in the evening. And I know this isn't the case for everyone, but me especially, I perform much better at 4 p.m, 5 p.m. in the afternoon rather than, waking up at 6 a.m. And there are a few factors, because in the morning you're probably not very hydrated, you've just woken up, you feel a bit groggy, your muscles haven't had a chance to warm up, and you're probably not in the psychological state to exercise as well. And the last one, you probably heard this before, but most athletes need between 7 and 9 hours of sleep in order to get decent recovery. Everyone's a little bit different. But if you're an elite athlete, and by elite, I mean if you train anywhere from 4 to 6 hours a day, so a lot of our cyclists, triathletes, even swimmers train for that amount of time on a Sunday or on a weekend. And the study suggests that you probably want somewhere between 10 to 12 hours of sleep, which, it's a lot of time. So from those 4 points that we've extrapolated, what do we know? So to summarize those 4 points, you need to sleep more. More is always better. You're probably going to exercise better in the afternoon. So, try and not schedule sessions in the morning, do them in the afternoon. And the better quality sleep you have, the more you recover. I mean, these things aren't new, but why is it so hard? Why is it so hard? And that's the exact discussion we're going to have. But even if I can just bring a little bit of awareness to the things you're doing and things that could help, maybe just that one change could be a better 1%er than all the other ones you have combined, and a lot cheaper too. As many of you know, and I've said this in my channel a few times before, where I find endurance athletes usually go wrong is that they just tick boxes. They're addicted to ticking boxes. I ran 40K last week, so I need to do 13K today in order to get past that 40K mark. I'm knackered from my mate's bucks yesterday, and I've only had an hour's sleep, and I feel tired, and my legs are super sore. I'm still going to do that hard session tomorrow because I need my Strava to look good. So we're addicted to numbers as opposed to listening to our body. I'm sure you've asked yourself this question before. Should I sleep in tomorrow, or should I wake up early and do that training session? And I'm guessing most of the time you would have fit that training session in somewhere, whether it's really early in the morning really late at night during your lunch break. So when people ask me, should I sleep in or should I do the training session? I get them to ask themselves 3 questions. The first one is, how do you feel when you wake up? Are you tired? Are you sore? Do you feel like you want to get up and really go? Or do you just feel like sleeping in bed because you're still recovering? Second question is, how did I perform the last few sessions? Was it up to my standard? Were they great sessions? Was I feeling tired and not as good? And the third one is, what have I got planned for the rest of the week? Are they going to be harder sessions? Do I have my key sessions later in the week? I would say if 2 out of 3 of those answers are a yes, then you should sleep in and win. So there will be many times where the best possible session to do that day is to sleep in. And we have to not feel guilty about it. That is super important. It's up to you and more so your coach to work out, if you have a coach, because they come from another point of view. Whereas I know for a lot of athletes, whatever they do, they love following instructions. And if it was up to them, they will try and complete every session, have all green ticks on Training Peaks, or have their Strava look good. But I guess one of the ways you can differentiate yourself from everyone else is make that hard decision and sleep in. And a bonus hack, I know it's very hard to do, but I try and do this 2 to 3 times a week because my lifestyle allows me to, and I do a lot of my work sort of in the evening. But try and just not set an alarm. Yeah, see what time you sleep into. And if you sleep into 10 a.m. and miss that group ride, great. Probably means your body needed it. If you still wake up at the same time, good. You probably have good sleep hygiene, you're recovering well. I hope you got something out of that and raised a few discussion points. Write a few things in the comments and I'll make a video about it, and that can be our next discussion point. Thank you.